beginning of NBA 2K24, the dunking wasn't too overpowered compared to 2K22 and 2K23, but in season 1, I ended up creating a build with a 94 driving dunk, and that build became to be my Giannis build, but I decided to make it small, so you know I had to drop a 94 driving dunk on my Ja Morant build, and with this build having a 94 driving dunk, it's been getting crazy. With takeover, without takeover, the contact dunk's been contact dunking. Like, I've been getting some crazy animations consistently, dunking over people, dunking on people, getting to the lane with no problem. But some of you guys might remember a build like this in the older 2Ks, like the offensive threats, being able to shoot like Curry from the three-point line, limitless range, or be able to take it to the hole and dunk it like Ja Morant. But as of this build, we're going to be like a SLASHIN three-point shot creator type build. And with the badges they end up giving you on these builds with 94 driving, like you get Slivery Hall of Fame, Bunny on Hall of Fame, you got that 80 layup, you get posterizer on goal, precision dunker on goal, and it's a crazy combination to be able to get contact dunks. But today I'm going to be showing you 3 offensive heavy type builds with great slashing, great shooting, and good playmaking from ranges of 6'3 to 6'6. As we hop into my player builder, the first build we're going to talk about is the 6'3, similar to my Ja Morant build. Once I seen what I did on the Ja Morant build and the D Rose build, 6'3, 180 pounds, 6'8 wingspan. The best combination to end up making a dunking build, but also able to shoot on NBA 2K24. Now, where we're going to start from is with the physicals. I always start with my physicals. You can go 99 stamina, or you can go 96 based on if you're going to go with handles for days on goal or handles for days on Hall of Fame, and that's also based on if you're going to have a 95 ball control or a 92. But as of the vertical, we're going to do 82. If you want to go 85, that's up to you to get the small contact dunks off 1. But as of somebody that really doesn't care, the small contacts off 1 ain't really doing nothing compared to having elite contact dunks off 2. And even if you're someone that doesn't have starter 3, you can get a lot of great dunks on this build with having only a 94 driving dunk and get consistent contacts. Now with the strength, you can end up having a 49 or 50, it doesn't really matter. But the acceleration, we're going to make sure the acceleration is a 73 and the speed will be at 86, so you can get that speed booster on gold, the blow bys on silver, things like that, and get the consistent speed boosters with this actual build. But y'all know when I give y'all attributes of certain builds, sometimes I gotta end up showing you the animations when it comes to the dunk package, the dribble moves, or even a jump shot if y'all need a jump shot. And like I told you earlier, this build is not going to be a threat on defense. This is literally an offensive sound type build, literally an offensive threat when it comes to this first build. Now with the build having a 94 driving dunk, you're going to see you get a lot of great animations. Like, you unlock almost every dunk animation on the game. But with start, we got to have the Russell Westbrook dunk package at 94 overall. You get the straight arm tomahawks, you get the Russell Westbrook dunk package inside of this one dunk package. You get the pro contact dunks off 2, that's real actually consistent, but the small contact dunks off 2 are very slept on. But the most important contact dunk is elite contact dunk off 2. This is the one that's going to get you some bodies, some crazy contacts, making defenders fall on the ground. But also you got the pro 1 contacts, and then you also have the small pro contacts that's slept on as well, but the animation doesn't activate very consistently, just because if you're someone that's not going to use that Russell Westbrook dunk package, you're not going to get small contact like that if you use that animation. But the alley-oops, you want to make sure you use elite and small contact alley-oops. These are going to activate a lot, like consistently, especially if you got your area wizard on silver or gold. It's going to definitely activate consistently. As of the layup, you're going to go 75, or you can end up going 74. Most of the time you're not even going to get a layup, and if you do get a layup, you're going to be able to time it. It don't matter if you use swing or it don't matter if you use guard. It's going to be mostly a good animation because you have Slivery on Hall of Fame. Now with the shooting of this build, you can end up going 92 if you want to, but hey, you might as well push it up one more to end up getting that 93 3-pointer just for the one badge that's very important, and that badge being open looks. A lot of people, they be like, okay, I'm good with gold open looks, but having Hall of Fame open looks is going to have a whole new ball game to this build compared to other people with only 92. That 93 makes a big difference with Hall of Fame open looks. Hey, every shot can possibly literally go in every single time. But if you want to save some attributes and you want to go 92, maybe get you a higher layup like an 80, get the Trae Young layup. That's not a bad choice as well. It's just your preference. If you want that Trae Young layup, you might as well go 92. If you don't care for the Trae Young layup, you will go 93 to get that Hall of Fame open looks. Now with the ball control, there's literally 2 I'm gonna choose: 92 ball control or 95. If you're gonna go 92, you're gonna go 96 actual stamina. If you're gonna go 95, you're gonna go with a 99 stamina. But look, another important thing is the dribble style. If you're someone that likes to use pro dribble style and you care about using Kyrie, I prefer you use Kyrie. You're on a 6'3", you might as well get Kyrie if you're on a 6'3". You need a 90 speed with ball to get Kyrie. But if you don't care for Kyrie, you can stop at 83, get your speed booster on goal and call it a day, and have some extra attributes to put it somewhere else, like somewhat on defense, or you can end up putting it on your layup. But If you want to have a little more attributes, you can stop at 83, put a little bit on your perimeter, possibly interior if you want to. It won't hurt based on what type of dribbler you are, but as of the actual dribble moves that I'm going to be using, you can switch out a few of these things. I got Kyrie dribble style, you can use pro. I got Trae Young size up, you can end up using Steve Francis. I end up got Kemba Walker escape, you can use Trae Young if you want to. And then for my actual step back, you can change that from Luka to John Wall. And if you don't like using Kobe, you can use John Wall as well. Those are two good actual moving crossovers in the game. They're literally the same thing. But for the pass accuracy is going to be 70. I would love to have my pass accuracy bare minimum 75, but with a build like this, it's very hard to do so, especially with some of your actual physicals being somewhat bare minimum to the actual requirements that you need. But for a small guard build like this is a lethal actual offensive threat type build, a slashing 3-point shot creator that can get to the rim, that can shoot the ball, that can dribble. But just know that you're going to need some teammates on your team to be able to play some good defense. It is a liability on defense, like I told you earlier, at being 6'3", but you get the name floor spacing slasher. Nothing wrong with this build as it being an offensive scoring type of build. But for the second build, if you see my Anthony Edwards or you see my Donovan Mitchell build, those builds are very fun to play on. They got a little bit of defense, not too much, but sitting at 6'3", 196.9 wingspan, I'm gonna be honest, they are very fun to play on. But with the build, you got the same physicals as the last build. Nothing's going to be super different. Only thing that's going to be really different is the defense and the 3-point ability. As of the last build, you had a 92, 93 3-pointer. This build is not going to be able to get that. It got less attributes at 6'4". I actually get a little bit more contact dunks than I get on my 6'3". And my 6'3 is crazy. Like the 6'3 Ja Morant build, the Derrick Rose build, those builds are crazy. And you know how many contact dunks. If you didn't watch the D Rose video or my Ja build, go make sure you go watch those videos. Like I go stupid. It was consistent contact dunks back to back to back. But with the build having a 94 driving dunk, a higher layup of 77, if you can get it 80, all you got to do is sacrifice a little bit here and there. But as the build having a 93 pointer and a 75 mid range, a 93 pointer definitely get the job done. I know you might not get all the badges that you want. If you want to switch it around to a 90 mid range or a 92 mid range and put your 3-pointer to like 85, 84, you could. That's just an option. But for the ball control, this is very important. You can finesse it. Since you don't get that much attributes compared to having a 6'3", if you want to go 83 speed with ball, 92 ball control, you can do that. Or if you're someone that want to go 87 ball control, so you still get Kemba Walker escape, you still can possibly get John Wall crossover, you can do that. Now, the only thing that would be speed with ball would be 90 if you want that Kyrie dribble style, but the only reason you'll go that way if you want that 87 ball control. 87 with a 90 speed with ball will get you that Kyrie, but you will have unpluckable on silver. But if you don't care about unpluckable on silver, you want that gold, go 92 ball control, 83 speed with ball. That's just the trade-offs, really. That's the main trade-off of this build. Is between you get Kyrie dribble style, no unpluckable on gold, or unpluckable on gold, no Kyrie dribble style. But for the defense, you see this build, we got a 75 perimeter, we got a 56 interior, we got a 60 block, a 65 rebound. If you're someone that doesn't care about rebounding, you can put that somewhere else, but just not that much you can really do when it comes to defense on this build. At that most, you're not going to get as bullied as much as you being on a 6'3 with a 56 or 55 perimeter. At least you can put a body on somebody and make a little bit of a difference. But with the build being at 6'4", 196.9 wingspan, and if you remember the changes I was talking about earlier, with you being able to get Kyrie Irving dribble style, but only having an 87 ball control and unpluckable on silver, that's the trade-off. Or having a 92 ball control and unpluckable on gold with an 83 speed with ball, getting only pro dribble style. Now that's going to be the main trade-off when it comes to using this build. That's literally the only thing I can tell you that's going to be the biggest thing that some people might not like about being a 6'4". But as of the build, they're going to give you a floor spacing slasher as well. With this build sitting at 6'4", it has a little bit more defense than the other build, but also it does lack a little bit of shooting with the open looks, things like that. But it's still a good, fun scoring build that can still compete. But look, the last build, the 6'6", 185, 6'10 wingspan. You could go 6'9 if you want to for the wingspan. It really doesn't matter. Or 6'8. But I prefer you go 6'10 for you at least have a little bit of defense, even though you're not going to have a steal. But look, the physicals are going to be the same. We're going to rock out since you're over 6'5". 6'5 is automatically going to get you a dunk for standing. Standing dunk automatically goes up once you're 6'5 and up. So just know that. So if you want that 40 standing dunk, hey, you can put it on there. But we're going to start out with a 94 driving dunk as we've been doing. The 94 driving dunk is just so broken. But with a 75 driving layup. Now, if you guys want a tutorial how to get consistent contact dunks, how to get big meters, I have a video on it, but I can also show y'all again. That'd be helpful because it did change a little bit how to get contact dunks consistently. But with the shoot on this build, we have a 92 mid-range, get all the badges you want, be able to get that T-Mac base if you want T-Mac. We're gonna go with an 85 three-pointer. I was trying to go for 86, but the build actually locks up when I end up messing around with a few things, especially when it comes to playmaking, trying to get that unpluckable on goal. When it comes to the speed with ball, it literally locks up around this time just trying to get this build together. Because once I put this speed with ball up, you're gonna see I'm gonna be literally at the 97 overall threshold. Now I got a little bit to work with. I ain't gonna get that much on defense compared to what I was to get on a 6'4", but I can make something happen. Like, I can get a 75 perimeter, I can get a little interior defense, but it's not going to be too much. And then really, I can get my block. That's the last thing I can get. I can get a 68 so I can get chased down on bronze, to at least make some type of difference when it comes to play defense. But I'm not going to get a rebound, I'm not going to be able to have an offensive rebound, and I'm not going to be able to have a steal. I'm going to be able to put my free throw up on this build as it being 6'6", 185 pounds, 6'10". I can get some consistent blocks with a 6'10" wingspan on a 6'6". But as of the build, it's not going to be called a floor spacing slasher. It's going to call something else. It's going to call a shot creating 3-level threat. Now, this one is going to confuse a lot of people seeing this because they were like, okay, it's a floor spacing slasher, but a shot creating 3-level threat? Oh yeah, they just know it's business. But real soon, I'm going to end up bringing this build out for y'all boys. But make sure y'all like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications if y'all haven't yet. It's 2 videos on the screen. Make sure you boys check them out.